Fish on. From Berrien Springs, below the dam. Got a fish on. He's running a lot of drag. Don't know what he is yet. Got him on a Hottentot. And I just realized I don't have the net ready yet. That's that. He's just running a bunch of drag. God dang, he's running a bunch of drag. I'm gonna tighten the drag down. I'm gonna get spooled here. Holy crap, he's way downriver. Whoa. I'll be out of line here in a little bit. Using two hands for this one. I gotta hand drag the spool. I've seen him jump. He's fairly good size. Well, once again, trying to fight these fish in the current. There's a battle. Putting all the pressure I can on them. I hope I don't lose them. I ain't got much line left on the reel. Try and keep them away from the other rod. I just dropped that one. That's in the current. Hopefully I don't get a fish on that one. Oh, he didn't like me pulling back on him. It's right on that riffle, right where all the current is. This is like a heavy fish. I'll try and get this other line in. All right, now I can fight him. Still way out there. Get him in the slack water would be a little better for me. But he's not wanting to do that. This is gonna go a little bit better. On this side of the boat, there's not that much current, so it's just me against the fish instead of me against the fish and the current. Onearmedfishing.com. Reel's holding up very well. Like I said, got a king salmon on below the dam, Berrien Springs. Didn't look that dark either. First good run, he almost fooled me. Gaining some ground on him. Caught me a little off guard. I just got set up with the other pole. I didn't have the net set up. Shaking his head pretty hard. There he goes, back in the current, taking another run. I think if I do get him in, it's going to be a while. It's been a few years since I've been down here. It really hasn't changed much. There was only one other trailer in the parking lot. So pretty much got the whole river to myself right now. I don't even see any guides out. I saw one guide, but he went downstream. It's always been one of my favorite spots. I caught a lot of kings right here under the bridge. Really ain't giving up. That's a strong fish. I don't think he's a zombie. Lighten the drag up a little bit. I don't want to horse him and pull the hook out, straighten the hook out. Hottentot's always been pretty good on this river. It's a good bait. I believe I had a fire tiger Hottentot on. That's what he hit. Now he's back in the current again. Going on another run. I see them. Really haven't gained that much ground on them. I didn't see any fish jumping, but the park attendant told me they were getting them, so it's that time of year. Water temperature's about 60 degrees. River's about perfect as far as flow. This is where I like it. If it gets too high, it's difficult to hold your boat. That's the other thing, you got to use big anchors out here. Not much to dig into. I got a 25-pound weight, and what I'm using right now for an anchor is a brake rotor off a truck. He's coming up. I see him downstream. Gaining a little ground. A little. Huh. I just seen somebody's bobber go floating by. Oh, there you go. What's up, man? I didn't realize he was floating the bobber past me. The reel is performing just like I thought it would. It's doing well. I don't even worry about it anymore. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. There's a pretty deep hole right below the bridge here. I think it goes about 8 to 10 feet. You got to be careful running this river. There's a lot of shallow spots, a lot of rocks, lots of trees, and pea gravel. I got that 30-horse Johnson set up with a prop guard on it, so it's not going to say I can't rip off the lower unit, but if I get a tree branch or something, run over it, it's not going to damage the prop much. I'm gaining some ground on him now. I don't know if he's got another run in him or not. He's in the strong current now. Still gaining ground. Woo, head shake. Yeah, he's in the strong current. He's just pulling, using that to pull against me. I don't know how long I've been fighting him, but it's been a while. It's not over yet. Anything could happen. Beautiful day out. That's the thing about the river, it doesn't seem to matter if it's a sunny day. I've actually did better on sunny days. Huh. My arm is shaking. onearmedfishing.com, having a blast on the St. Joe River, Berrien Springs. He's in that current, shaking his head. I ain't gaining much ground on him now. Huh. My arm's really starting to shake now. Outside of this guy wading up above me, I don't see any other boats out. I posted on a couple websites if anybody wanted to come fishing with me, but it was kind of short notice, so I can understand. It was a 16-foot, about a 6-foot across John boat. It's made for the river. It's the boat I always wanted. I get pretty shallow in it. Don't have any problems. It's not a Lake Michigan boat, that's for sure. Oh, doing some head shaking, getting in the current. He's making his move. He's trying to get loose. Can't see how big he is yet. He's pulling pretty damn good. Look like a chunky fish. Hope it's a female. I need some eggs for fishing. It's close to the boat. This is where most fish are lost. Seen a swirl there. It's about 20 feet in back of the boat. I wonder what's going to happen when he sees the net. He's trying to stay down deep now. It's a little bit of slack water here. It's going to be a little easier to fight him. Getting close. Like I said, that's where most of the fish are lost, when you get them close to the boat. You don't want to misjudge how strong this thing is. That's why I like this long steelhead pole. It absorbs a lot of the shock. I also won't use braided line out here because I've had a tendency to, it doesn't have any give to it, and it has a tendency to either straighten the hooks out or make the hooks pull out. You need a bit of flexibility when that fish puts up a fight or shakes his head or takes off on a long run. You need to be able to absorb the shock. Now is not the time to horse him. I'm just going to let him get tired. He's on the bottom. And trying to get back into that current. He's back up on top. I seen a fin. I still can't tell how big he is. That pole's bent pretty good. He ain't wanting to come up. I was out here a few years back and I actually saw a king salmon hit a spinner. And he just opened his mouth and inhaled it just like he was eating a fish. It's not like It didn't seem like it was an aggression strike. He was trying to eat it. Then it was off to the races. And this one's doing the same thing. This is a nice fish. This is a very nice fish. Try and keep him away from the motor. Doesn't look too dark. They get too dark, you don't want to eat them. I think the rule of thumb is if you press your finger into their flesh and it pops back out, it's not too bad. When they get near the end of their life, they get pretty ugly looking. That's why the guys call them zombies. This thing's still got a lot of fight in him. Heck, all you gotta do is open his mouth in this current. It's a decent one. It's not a monster, but it's a decent one.